Hello again. Today we're talking about isosceles trapezoids. And like isosceles triangles, isosceles trapezoids have two congruent sides. Not only do they have two congruent sides, but their base angles are congruent as well. And what that also means is that these top angles are also congruent. So let's say that this is trapezoid CHAD. What line segment is congruent to line segment AD? Well, that would be line segment HC. And what angle is congruent to angle D? Well, that would be angle C. Notice that in a trapezoid there are two acute angles and there are two obtuse angles. So here in trapezoid CHAD, I'm going to tell you that this is an isosceles trapezoid. So that means that our two sides here are congruent. So that means in order to find the value of x, I can set these two expressions equal to each other. So 4x minus 5 is equal to 2x plus 7. So I will subtract 2x, subtract 2x. I'm left with 2x minus 5 equals 7. And I will add 5, add 5. Those cancel. I have 2x equals 12. Divide by 2 on both sides, and x equals 6. So I know the value of x. So I can take that value of 6 and plug it in for x there. To find the length of HC, I will plug in 6. So I have 24 minus 5, and that is 19. So that means that the measure of HC is equal to 19. What's the measure of AD then? Well, that's also 19. What if I tell you that the measure of angle C is 60 degrees? Well, then what's the measure of angle D? That's also 60 degrees. Well, what about the measures of angle H and the measure of angle A? Well, the cool thing about isosceles trapezoids is if you have angle H and angle C, those two angles actually add up to 180. So the measure of angle H plus the measure of angle C is equal to 180 degrees. So those will be supplementary. Also, the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle D also equals 180 degrees. So those are also supplementary. So in an isosceles trapezoid, if you know the measure of one angle, you can find the measures of all the rest of the angles in the trapezoid. Well, what about the measures of angle H and the measure of angle A? Because those are supplementary angles to angle C, those would be 120 degrees. Because 120 plus 60 equals 180. And that's how you find the lengths of sides and the measures of angles in isosceles triangles. Hope that helps.